Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
I'm Anthony.
Today is our close lesson for this month. You all know the drill. You should know how to go through this kind of exercise with us. There are sentences which are missing words or phrases. We give you 4 choices, and you should learn to figure out which one is best. In fact, there'll be only one that really fits. The others usually don't work at all. They don't make any sense. So today our lesson is a question. I should get this right, or I should get this right. Now, it's closed, so during the 2 paragraphs we have here, there are 5 blanks, and we'll get started in just a moment.
Yeah, 没有错。所以这边的话特别注意一下 I should get this right. 在这英文里面，老师刚刚提到这个词哦，事实上我们还是不晓得，因为 get 这个字有很多的意思，非常非常多的意思，太多了。那你说我该拿这个东西吗？还是说我应该听得懂吗？或各式各样的意思。所以在这里的话，我们必须要从中文的 title 挡不住的冲动性购物，好，就是说不小心就乱买、狂买这种情况下，你就知道说这个 get 是要不要买。To buy something 的意思，我们赶快来看看今天的Cloze吧。
I should get this, right? Have you ever been at a store and then suddenly noticed some candy? You didn't desire the candy before, but you decided to get it anyway. This is called an impulse purchase, and it happens millions of times per day.Stores are set up so that people will be encouraged to buy on impulse every time they walk in the door. An impulse purchase is the act of buying something you didn't originally plan to get before going to the store. Did you ever wonder why candy is always on the lower shelves? Once kids are tall enough to see the candy down there, they are likely to beg their parents to buy it on impulse.What about a fridge full of cold drinks as soon as you walk into a convenience store on a hot day? This is also a trick used to bring about impulse purchasing. Signs and packages also encourage impulse buying. Have you seen your favorite anime character on something that made you eager to get it? This is another way to lead people into making impulse purchases.The next time you go into a store, look around and see how many things there are promoting impulse buys, and you will be shocked. Even so, you might still end up buying something you didn't know you wanted.
Okay, our first paragraph. Have you ever been at a store and then suddenly noticed some candy?Have I ever been to a store and not noticed candy? Some people, it depends on the kind of store you're in. In a clothing store, of course, you're not going to see any candy. But in our convenience stores, for example, and many other kind of retail stores, but again, not like clothing or books, but where they sell many, many different daily use products,They almost always sell candy. And what this lesson teaches us is they don't just put things out in no order. They have a reason for where they place or put each product.
没错，老师刚刚提到 place 或是 put 都是指放置。你走进任何一家店，他们的摆设，什么东西该放什么位置，它背后都是有目的在的。然后这个地方老师特别提到说 Have you ever been at a store? Convenience stores 就是指这个便利商店的意思。Retail 指的是那个 retail stores， 就是指那种零售商店。那不管你是到一般的杂货零售商店呢，还是到便利商店，你都有机会看到很多的糖果。所以他第一句话问你，你有没有这种经验 ？Have you ever been at a store and then suddenly noticed some candy？ 你有没有走进这个店里头，突然发现到，有糖果这样的经验呢
？You didn't desire the candy before. In other words, the reason for you to go into the store was not to look for candy and buy some. So you didn't want the candy before, but you decided to get it anyway. And as he said earlier, the get here means to buy. But, suddenly you realize, oh, I bought some candy, but I didn't come into the store to buy candy. What's going on?
所以在这句话里面 You didn't desire the candy before. 你进来店里头本来也不是要买糖果的 But you decided to get it anyway. 不过反正来了嘛糖果就在面前吧买吧那你就不小心就把它买回家了
Now, we explained to you what happened. This means you bought something that you didn't plan to buy when you were in the store. This is called an impulse purchase. Purchase is a noun to buy something. When we buy something, we call it a purchase. Impulse is without control. You don't even think about it and you do something. That is an impulse. And it happens millions of times per day. Not with one person, but say in a big city like Taipei, millions of people will walk into stores and they will see something and buy it and not realize, I don't need this. I didn't come here to buy this. And that's what we'll be talking about in today's lesson.
所以这个地方呢重点就来了对不对 Impulse buying 或者是这个地方他说 This is called an impulse purchase. Purchase 这个字不管是当名词还是当动词重音都在低音节Purchase 好 An impulse purchase 就是冲动型消费你没有预期要买的东西你突然看到就买了这叫冲动型消费 And it happens millions of times per day 指的是每一天都发生了几百万次可能不同的人在不同的地方都一直买不小心就买了这种脑弱然后就买了东西的这种情况发生了非常非常多次
Now, this sentence has our first close item. Stores are set up blank. People will be encouraged to buy on impulse every time they walk in the door. So the situation is stores are set up. It's planned. They do this on purpose. Blank. People will be encouraged to help people have that impulse in order to buy something. So what should we put here for number one? Stores are set up even if people will be encouraged? Are they set up so that people will be encouraged? Set up unless people will be encouraged? Or set up though people will be encouraged? Well, set up, you do something for a purpose. And be so that explains the purpose of doing something. So, stores are set up so that, in order that, people will be encouraged to buy on impulse. That's a phrase. On impulse is to do something without really thinking about it first. You just do it. It seems natural to do.
没错，所以这句话里面你要很清楚的知道各个选项的用意。他这边讲到说 stores are set up， 就是他们的这个商店里头的摆放的方式是为了要你在这个地方你知道说后面是它的目的嘛，对不对？所以你就晓得说答案要选 B so that 来说明。老师刚刚还补充一个，如果这里面写In order that 接子句也是可以的，都是表达目的的这种方式，所以整句话意思就变成是说，他们之所以商店会这样子摆放陈列商品，目的是希望 people will be encouraged 是鼓励人们 to buy on impulse every time they walk in the door， 意思就是他们每次进来的时候就会下意识的不断被鼓励，来你冲动消费这个，你冲动消费这个，你买那个买这个，对不对？在这里的话，你又学会了另外一个 impulse 这个字，如果你可以说 an impulse purchase 指的是冲动购物、冲动消费，如果变成片语on impulse, if you do something on impulse 指的是冲动的去做了这件事情，这个 impulse 这个字的用法跟字词搭配务必要把它写下来哦。
Okay, that's it for the first paragraph and our first close item. Take a short break now, and then we'll come back. The second paragraph has 3 close items. Okay, welcome back, and we better get busy. We've got 3 items in 1 paragraph. An impulse purchase is the act of buying something you didn't blank plan to get before going to the store. Okay, we sort of introduced that idea in the first paragraph, but now let's look at it in detail. You didn't blank plan to get. Remember, get here means buy. You didn't equally plan. I don't think we would ever use that. Officially plan. Well, the average person doesn't have an official reason to go into a store and buy something, not usually. Originally, you didn't originally plan. We're talking about impulse buying. If your original purpose was to buy that product, that's not impulse buying. If it's original, that is at first. That's the first major original idea you had. You didn't effectively plan to get. That's certainly not as good as see originally, because that's what we're talking about. Impulse buying, you do not originally plan anything. It happens to you. You don't cause it. So our best choice clearly here for the first item of this paragraph is C, originally. An impulse purchase is the act of buying something you didn't originally plan to get, to buy, to purchase before going to the store.
没错，所以这个地方的话，我们根据这个原意在文意上下里面有看到说 original 就是原本的计划。在这里的话，如果说今天冲动型消费就是原本没有计划要买的，突然间当下的时候突然想买了，所以这个地方跟 originally 最有关系。所以整句话意思就是冲动型消费的定义呢，就是 the act of buying something you didn't originally plan to get. 原本没有计划要买的东西，但是当下就去买了。然后 before going to the store 就是在进去商店之前本来没有计划要买的。
Did you ever wonder why candy is always on the lower shelves? Now, lower means nearer the floor than for adults when we walk into a store. The upper shelves will have things which impulse buying we will look at and react to. But why is candy on the bottom or lower shelves?
好，他这边就提到一个问题咯，你有没有想过这件事情 Did you ever wonder why candy is always on the lower shelves? 那些糖果都是摆放在比较低一点的那种价位上面。
Once kids are tall enough to see the candy down there, they are likely to beg their parents to buy it on impulse.
所以在这边他就提到说 Once kids are tall enough to see the candy down there 如果说今天小朋友长到一定的高度可以看得到那些货架上面的糖果的时候呢他们会怎么做 They are likely to beg their parents to buy it on impulse 意思就是说哎呦拜托啦我好想吃那个啦然后就开始求了拜托啦 Bruce 老师买给我啦
I'm sure he did this as a child.
Yes 没错现在搞不好还会没有总而言之呢就是 They are likely to do something 就是很有可能他们就会求着爸妈拜托帮我买这个糖果我好想吃 They will buy it on impulse 就冲动购物了
So this sentence is an example of impulse buying. So is the next one. What about a fridge? Now that's the short form for refrigerator. What about a fridge full of cold drinks as soon as you walk into a convenience store on a hot day? Maybe you're not thinking, I'm going to buy a newspaper. But when you walk in on a hot morning and, look at all those cold drinks, it will cause you to have an impulse to satisfy your need to cool down so you may buy that fridge drink.
没错所以这个地方它另外一个例子就来了 What about a fridge? 好 fridge 的话就是一个比较简单的版本去讲 refrigerator 这个字就是冰箱 full of cold drinks 一堆的冷饮在里面 As soon as you walk into a convenience store on a hot day 如果是今天天气很热你走进去本来像老师讲的只想买个报纸而已经过冷饮区的时候你突然觉得哎呀好想喝点什么 to quench your thirst 那 quench 的意思就是去止你的渴你就想买一个来喝喝看对不对这种情况下也是 impulse purchase 的一个好例子
This is also a trick blank to bring about impulse purchasing. Bring about is to cause. So what do we choose here? This is also a trick use, used, uses, or using. This is simple grammar. Here we need be, used. The trick is used by the store to trick you into buying impulse purchases. So choose be.
没错，所以在这个地方这句句子你看 This is also a trick。你可以想象一下，后面这个东西啊，后面要接的东西，名词后面有的时候常常会是接一个形容词，为什么呢？因为中间省略了可能 which is 怎样，所以你可以知道说 What about？ 你还说 This is also a trick。Which is used 是被用来 to bring about impulse purchasing。另外这个片语很重要 ，bring about 就是 lead to 那种，就是为了要引发出你这种冲动型消费而去做的一个小小的技巧trick， 想办法去引诱你来，你去买一点这种本来没有计划要买的东西。所以在这里的话，我们需要名词后面需要的是 VPP。好，这是省略掉 which is 的用法，就是 used， 答案就要选 B。Okay,
we've looked at a couple of examples here of placement in order to trigger or to cause your impulse buying. They're placed either in a certain height or in a certain position. But there's another kind also of advertising or arrangement to make people more easily buy things that they don't need.Signs and packages also encourage impulse buying. So it's not just the placement, it is signs in the store with an arrow, a red arrow pointing to something, or pictures, beautiful pictures or cute pictures of things to make you want to buy them.
哇，所以说今天除了商品摆放的位置之外，老师刚刚用的这个字 placement 之外呢，还有另外第二个部分 signs and packages， 好，包装也好，还有标示也好，他们把你，比方说像你走进去之后，它可能会引导你的动线，让你一定会经过一些地方，然后每经过个地方，可能看到哦，这个好想买，哦，那个好想买，很多这种情况的话，它是用引导你的方式，慢慢让你看到这些商品，所以它这也是 also encourage impulse buying， 也能够去鼓励你有更多的冲动型消费。
Have you seen your favorite anime character on something that made you blank to get it? Anime characters and cartoons and so on, they're very cute. They're very appealing. They make you want to buy them. That made you blank to get it. Well, now we have 4 adjectives. Eager to get it, to buy it. Scared? No, I don't think so. Doubtful is also negative.And unwilling is negative. Eager means anxious to do something. You can't wait to do it if you are eager to do it. So your answer is A.
没有错。所以在这里的话，答案我们选 A 哦。所以他这地方很聪明，他说 Have you seen your favorite anime character？ 这个地方我们先说一下 anime 的话多半是指日本的这种动漫啊，动漫的角色。比方说今天我牵着我的小外甥女出去买东西的时候啊，鬼灭，我要买鬼灭的饼干，有没有？上面就印着他喜欢的啊祢豆子之类的这种东西，然后就会让你很想买。所以这边提到的是 Have you seen your favorite anime character？ 你最爱的动漫角色on something， 这个是指商品 that made you 什么 to get it， 就是很渴望去买，因为有你喜欢的角色，你就狂买，也是一种冲动型消费哦。
Hello, Kitty.
哦，对呀 ，Hello, Kitty.
This is another way, this is a third way, to lead people, to guide people into making impulse purchases.
所以你看看这个地方，他就告诉你，也是另外一种方式 to lead people into doing something。这个地方帮我把它画起来哦，去引导人们做出 into， 它是介系词，所以后面碰到动词的时候要变成 ing， 所以你才会看到 making impulse purchases。所以在这里如果提到 purchase， 好，或是 impulse purchase， 它要用动词的时候，我们可以使用 make 来跟它搭配。
Okay, phew, I think we need a little break, and when we come back, we will finish up today's lesson. Okay, welcome back, and let's finish up. The next time you go into a store, look around and see how many things there are blank impulse buys, and you will be shocked. Well, let's see what goes here.How many things there are revealing impulse buys, neglecting impulse buys. They wouldn't want you to neglect them. Promoting, that's looking good. Destroying, no way. And revealing is just to show, but promoting is to make an effort to attract people to something. So choose promoting.
在这个地方我们答案选的话就会选 C promoting 就是 encouraging 的感觉。那前面的话我们已经不断的使用到 encouraging impulse buying 等等，但是这边的话我们会选择一个接近的字汇，就是 promoting。整句话意思就是下一次你走进店里的时候 look around 稍微左顾右盼一下 and see how many things there are promoting impulse buys。 你看看这些摆放的位置啊全部都是在鼓励你怎么样有更多的冲动型消费，你会看到他们这里面的一些招数了。
Even so, remember earlier this month, despite this, in spite of this, you might still end up buying something you didn't know you wanted because you didn't want it. But the placement or the cartoons attracted you and impulse buying.
所以在最后呢他说就算了 even so 他说你看到哇真的有这些招数耶哇果然 Bruce 老师没有骗我啊之后继续看了之后 even so 即便你知道你有那些招数 you might still end up doing something 就是到最后到头来你说不定还是会买了好 buying something you didn't know you wanted 买一些你原本根本没有想到也不知道你会需要的东西比方说像 candy 这些东西有没有它还是会让你中招还是让你冲动型消费
Okay, that's it for our text lesson. We've got a review coming up for you. Just a minute. Okay, our first item is set up, which has different meanings, but here it means to arrange things, to place things in certain positions in order for some final sale in this case, because we're talking about shopping.
Set up 这个片语的意思有很多，在这个地方它指的是在商店里头它商品的陈列方式，所以老师刚刚提到另外一个字 arrange 就是排放，那如果是用被动的话 how things are arranged 就是这些东西是怎么样被摆放被放置的。
Encouraged is our second item. If people try to encourage you to do something, they're leading you or guiding you into doing it.
在这个地方的话，中文意思是鼓励，就是想尽办法要引导你去做出这样的行为。
And our final item is bring about, which means to cause.
To cause 就是导致怎样 To bring about, to cause, to lead to 有好多类似的这种句子。如果说这种片语的话，你不妨学起来，慢慢的累积就好咯。
The best way to control impulse buying, don't walk into a store if you're bored. Go into the store, you know what you want to buy it and get out.
最后老师传授的秘诀就是如果没事的话没事就不要进便利商店因为进了进去就有可能花钱如果说今天你很清楚你只要买这个东西买了就走不要留恋这是最好的方法
Okay, that's it for today's lesson. We'll be back again next month for you. Until then,
bye-bye.